With the old guard of FC Barcelona coming to an end, it is no doubt in my mind that Xavi will be the perfect person to take this new generation of talent forward. In this video, we'll be taking a look at our midfield because we know our backline is really great at defending. Our system of defense is really good. So how should Xavi manage the midfield this season with Gundogan being added? There's talks of Bernardo Silva as well, arriving for around 80 million. So let's talk about some ideas on how Xavi needs to manage the midfield this season, all right? But before we get into that, please do subscribe to the channel, as that will be helping us a lot. So let's get right into the video and talk about our midfield. The only thing that really concerns me about this Barcelona midfield is the fact that not everybody is going to get the equal amount of playing time this season, because you have an excellent winner in Ilkay Gundogan, Frenkie de Jong was an integral part, and the very talented Pedri. So I really see that Xavi is going to either play on the left-hand side or he's going to be on the bench. Because I think that now with the new season coming and Dembele also being fit, I don't see really that Rafinha and Dembele, one of them would be on the bench, because Rafinha is a very clutch player for us, and Dembele, of course, is one of the best when it comes to one-on-one situations. So I think it's going to be very difficult, and we all know that Xavi likes to build up in the normal 4-3-3 shape. We don't really see him using the inverted fullback. We do see him later on in the inverted winger later down the pitch, right? So we really see them building up in this usual shape. So I think that this is probably going to be the idea that we have this season. Should we not find a pivot, I think that this is going to be Barcelona's first 11 for this upcoming season. I honestly feel that Ilkay Gundogan would receive preference over Xavi this season, because like I said, Xavi is very young, and also he's, I don't want to say inexperienced, that would be the wrong word to use. Gundogan definitely has more experience than Xavi. Also because of the fact that it's becoming more and more unlikely for Barcelona to get the high quality pivot that we want this season. So Frenkie de Jong and Ilkay Gundogan is probably going to be the best options for us to have when it comes to our midfield pivot, right? Where they could easily receive the ball and actually be in a better position than Xavi to be able to play this ball. Because the only other way is to take Pedri off for Xavi, right? And we all know that's not going to happen. So Gundogan is probably going to get more preference, because Gundogan is both great at playing out deep and actually in the final third as well. So the only other way, of course, is to have him on the left wing, which I don't like at all. It's a great tactic, but it's not good for Barcelona, because that's why we had so many 1-0 victories last season. And speaking about the midfield, I honestly believe that Xavi would next season try to overload the midfield yet again, like he has been doing all season long last year. And I think actually that Xavi will be playing a lot more now that Gundogan has arrived, because I can honestly tell you that we will see that this box would be in our midfield. Gundo, Frenkie, Pedri and Xavi, these guys would be in the midfield, and Balde is going to be right up there with Christensen, Araujo and Koundé probably been here. We will also might see Koundé in this position over here, and then we see that we're going to have a 2-3-5 position. Like I say, I really don't like Xavi playing in that position, because we don't have any shots coming from this left side. It's mainly the right side, so that is why I'm against it, because if you have Dembele or Rafinha on the wings, then you're going to have a higher chance of score rate, a higher XG, But we definitely will be seeing, because I honestly think that Xavi will be playing, the 5 midfielders, and it's just a great tactic in terms of overloading, but I don't like it in terms of shooting, because if Xavi do play on that position, there's going to be a lot less shots that will be taken out towards the goal, and coming from this whole left area on the side. So I do think that Xavi will definitely also be coming into the midfield. So how does Xavi actually manage this midfield and this talented midfield? I mean, Barcelona has 4 competitions that they will be taking part in this upcoming season. So rotation has to be at the top of the list, right? Give these guys an equal amount of playing time. Let them find their rhythm. Of course, you're gonna maybe play Xavi as well because of his physicality. There's gonna be games that Gundogan is better. There's gonna be games that Pedri is better, and we need to see this as an opportunity for our players to get some rest, because our midfield was a little bit thin last season. We only had really like Frankie de Jong, Busquets, and Pedri and Xavi that was like starters or that was actually doing something. But rotation is key. And then secondly, we need to keep these guys fit. So rotation comes again in there, because last season when Pedri got injured, Robert Lewandowski's goals dried up a little bit. So that's the thing that Xavi needs to look at. So their time, their health, in terms of injuries, we need to look at that as well. So it's going to be very, very important for Xavi to actually manage that, and also the development of these guys. I mean, like Xavi still needs some development. Pedri needs some development as well. I think Frankie de Jong is now officially in his prime. He showed last season that he had a few games where he could actually be really pivotal for this team. So developing these guys into their roles, And speaking of roles, it's going to be sensationally important for Xavi to have these guys know their roles. This is what Pep Guardiola is known for. Players know exactly what their responsibilities are when it comes to Pep Guardiola. So clearing things up would be very, very important for Xavi to do this season. So those are the 4 things that I think that Xavi needs to manage: their time on the pitch, rotation, the injuries, and also the development, and their roles. So that's going to be very important for Xavi to clear for these guys, because I think we need it. We need it because, for an example, if you take Frankie de Jong, is he going to be a pivot? Is he going to be a free 8? Is he going to be a box-to-box midfielder? So it's very important that Xavi clarify their roles within the team. Let me know down in the comment section, what do you think about this video, and also what do you think how Xavi should manage the midfield this season, because not everybody will play. That's a guarantee. And also, thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe if you're new around here. We are uploading weekly content of FC Barcelona like this. So join the family and join the team, join this channel, and enjoy the content that we are producing on a weekly basis. We try to upload twice a week. Thank you very much. Goodbye.